The first time a man woke up, he traveled through time to 500 years later. Because he didn't have an ID card, he was imprisoned. Here, everyone had to take an intelligence test. The question went like this: if you have a 5-pound bun and a 3-pound bun, how many buns do you have? Hearing this, Jack nervously guessed, could it be 2? In an instant, everyone looked at him in awe, because Jack was the first to answer the difficult question. It turned out that people 500 years later had extremely low IQs. Garbage had piled up into mountains on Earth, and no one cleaned it up. But because of this, Jack came up with a bold idea. He quickly told the prison guard it was the day he was supposed to be released. The guard actually believed him. He then pointed the way for Jack to leave. It wasn't until Jack escaped that they realized they'd been tricked. But unfortunately, in the end, he was still caught by the FBI. To everyone's surprise, this time the guards didn't put him in prison. They sent him to the palace instead. It turned out that Jack had answered the most difficult question in the prison. This made the president realize Jack was a talent worth cultivating. Here, Jack met various senior officials. The Minister of Defense was a child. The Minister of Energy was bald. The Minister of Education was a fool. And even more surprising, the president turned out to be a 5-time boxing champion. The president thought highly of Jack. He immediately appointed him vice president. And he even held a welcoming event for Jack. But being vice president wasn't just an easy role, because the president announced that Jack needed to solve the problem of food growth. Although Jack didn't know much about farming, he could only bite the bullet and agree. Using the privilege of his grand identity, he had the FBI find Lisa, who traveled through time with him. Others thought they were discussing farming issues, but little did they know, they were planning to escape, to return to humanity 500 years earlier. This man was accidentally frozen for 500 years. When he woke up, he found Earth was in terrible shape. Nearly collapsing buildings were held together with ropes. Broken bridges were left unrepaired. And aside from him, everyone had become idiots. When he answered 1 + 1 is equal to 3, he directly became the president of the United States. It turned out that in contemporary society, high IQ individuals refused to have children, while low IQ individuals, having no jobs, stayed home constantly reproducing. Over time, humanity's collective intelligence declined.